For me, the best kind of horror films are the ones that aspire to do more than surface level jump scares. The first Conjuring film succeeded at staying with you long after the movie was finished, digging itself deep into your imagination. The Conjuring 2 brings back James Wan as the director as this new chapter delves into another case involving Ed and Lorraine Warren. This new entry doubles down on what made the original film frightening, leaving me with a long, sleepless night. What made The Conjuring 2 work for me was pretty much the same reason why the first Conjuring succeeded. The focus was on the characters. After a nice, cold opening in Amityville, we are thrusted into Enfield, London, where we are introduced to the Hodgsons, a very normal single-parent family. The first hour of the film does a good job at setting up how this family functions as they deal with the strange things that are happening, specifically around the youngest daughter, Janet. We develop our own relationship with these characters, making us much more frightened for them when strange things occur. In a way, it feels very formulaic when comparing it to the first film, but it's part of why these films are effective, so it's more of a if it ain't broke situation. With that strong emotional investment, it gives many of the film scares a great payoff. While we got all this great character development, the visual aspect really plays with your mind. The setting of a gloomy London town added to the tone, which even made several daylight scenes frightening. There's a sequence early on in the film where Janet is watching television, which really plays with the audience's perception and anticipation. The sound and camera movement feel very deliberate, which only adds to the suspense and gives the audience a great scare. Where The Conjuring 2 improves upon the first film is with the cold opening in Amityville. While Annabelle in The Conjuring was certainly scary, that arc didn't necessarily feel attached to the film overall. Here, Amityville is more than just a wink and a nod. It sets up a lot of what we're going to see in the film, visually and thematically, and thrusts you right into the action. It also allows us to dig much deeper into who the Warrens are and how strong their relationship is. They're not just well-developed side characters anymore, they're our protagonists. Much of the tension involving them is the strain that's caused by these paranormal investigations. However, with them comes my biggest criticism. Throughout the film, the Warrens are challenged by skeptics on not just this case, but also in their general practices. Skepticism was a big part of the first film, having the audience be challenged by what they believe is really happening on screen. In this film, the skeptics are just badly developed foils for the Warrens to grow more tension with. They often come off as entitled bullies, which made them feel like a pain to deal with, even when they presented valid points. Overall, The Conjuring 2 not only stands as a worthy successor to the original, but also works just as well as a standalone horror film. Everything feels deliberately done to scare not only general audience members who just want to have a good time, but also those who are looking for something deeper. While there are several moments that feel unnecessary, there was a great constant feeling of tension that never let up. It's a good late night movie, especially with a crowded movie theater, and then buying it again on Blu-ray to discover things you may have missed. The Conjuring 2 gets an 8 out of 10.